Hello there, today we talk about Pariahs, which are awesome. They are the Necron army's version of Terminators. In fact, they are actually quite a bit better than Terminators because they mince through anything they touch in combat. In fact, even when they're out of combat, they have a decent enough shooting attack for their point value. Okay, their point value is actually 36 points per model. Now you're thinking, okay, this might be a bit high, but then when you consider that Terminators are a point value of 40 before they have any options, then you start to see that they are actually quite cheap by comparison. Okay, now these guys are so much better than Terminators for regular Marines, because they are awesome in combat. They don't get a deep strike, and they don't have a 5+ invul with a 2+ save. They have a regular 3+ save with no invul. But here's why they are better. Their stat line is weapon skill, ballistic skill 4, strength and toughness 5, so you're more resilient and you kill things quite a bit easier with a strength of 5. Initiative of 3, so you're faster than a Terminator in combat, especially if they have a power fist. And you have 2 attacks, basically the same as a Terminator, but then 3 on the charge, so that's not too bad. And you have a leadership 10 and a 3+ save. Now, leadership 10 doesn't really matter because these guys are fearless. These guys are also soulless, according to the fluff and according to one of their special rules. Soulless special rule gives every enemy model within 12 inches a leadership of 7, unless they would normally be less than that. That's every model, or every unit with a model within 12 inches of a pariah has a leadership of 7 or less, if it normally be less than that. So that's very good. Now, that is brilliant for combat. And what's even better for combat is war scythes, because every pariah is equipped with a war scythe with a inbuilt Gorse Blaster. A Gorse Blaster is better than a Storm Bolter because a Gorse Blaster has the reverse strength and AP. Regular Storm Bolter, range 24 inches, strength 4, AP 5, and assault 2. Okay, not too bad. But then a Gorse Blaster is a Gorse weapon, range 24, strength 5, AP 4, and assault 2. This is so much better. It's just brilliant. Okay. And also in close combat they ignore all forms of armor saves, including invulnerables, which is amazing. These guys wipe through every special character on the board and every unit that you want them to go through. Larger units go down so easily because you're wounding quite easily and you're killing everything you wound. If you group them with a Lord, then everything dies. Especially if the Lord has a war scythe, which he should pretty much always take a war scythe. Unless he's a supporting Lord. I've gone through this scenario in my previous video about the Necron Lord, so check that out. Okay. A Lord, if he's grouped with a group of pariahs, should probably always be given a Gaze of Flame and sometimes a Chronometron. Actually, Gaze of Flame and Chronometron are a good match for a Lord if he's taken with pariahs. Always give him a War Scythe as well, and always give him a Resurrection Orb. Actually, no, you don't need to take a Resurrection Orb with these guys because they don't get Will Be Back, so that doesn't actually matter. Oh yeah, I don't know if I've said it in this video already because I've done the soundtrack to this video so many times I can't remember. But these guys aren't Necrons, and so don't count to phase out. That's not too bad, but then they also don't get back up, and they phase out with everything else once phase out is reached. So it's plus and minuses. It's good and bad. Now, they also have another special rule called Psychic Abomination. Psychic Abomination, basically, psychers that want to assault them can't unless they pass a morale check or a leadership test, and if they fail it, they run away. No, actually, they do not run away. Sorry, I'm getting confused. They can only hit on 6s in combat. if they fail their test. That was it. I'm going to get confused with something else. So a Lord with a group of these guys. Group sizes should be about 7. They have a squad size of 4 to 10, but my favourite number to go is about 7-ish. It's a good size. It's not too big, it's not too small, so they won't die off too easily, and they won't be instantly picked on by every possible gunman. So about 7 with a Lord. They're kind of like an elite bodyguard choice because they have a good shooting attack and they have brilliant close combat capabilities. If a Lord is with a Gaze of Flame, then Gaze of Flame will make that leash 7 down to a 6 in close combat, meaning that if you win the round of combat, any round of combat, then you are going to be pursuing, and if you have chronometer on, you're always probably going to be catching them. And that is how things die with these guys. They are amazing. I would definitely recommend taking these guys because they are by far the best elite choice for the Necron army, and probably the best close combat unit. They're also very good at anti-tank because the war side adds plus 2d6 to any armor penetration rolls, and so is awesome. You don't need to be told that because you should have watched my previous videos. Okay. Right. Pariahs kill elites and characters and HQ choices and tanks very easily. They should always be taken in a squad size of about 7 or 5 or 6 is a good number, but more than 4 because that's too small. And strength a 10 size squad is a bit too much because they get shot at. Okay, that's Pariahs for today, and this is Got Special Bot signing off saying that Pariahs are better than Terminators. Okay.